Early? I mean, this is supposed to be the time when I stream, right? So, good evening, fellas. Give me 1 second. How is life? How are you guys doing? Vanix, my friend. Good evening. What is this notification? I'm just playing with Midjourney a bit. Okay, so this I'm slowly nailing the Midjourney illustrations, right? Yeah, my friend. Hopefully one day there's gonna be more time than I would. Life is more stable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make. I'm playing with my Kubernetes right here behind me. So I'm kind of working on that. I have a camera, as if you remember, right? So I'm kind of setting up that Kubernetes and playing with that, having fun, trying to record a course on that, right? But yeah, also trying to get some rest. So yeah, actually, okay. So it's kind of nice. Yeah. Let's see. Mike Brown. Okay. Well, yeah. Good evening, guys. What's to say? Another day and another stream. Luminex, my friend. Good evening. Not much, man. Not much. Just a lot of work at work, and yeah, trying to figure out this whole stream thing. What to do, what not to do. Right. Really need to kind of also focus maybe recording some courses and because all of those like there's three really popular people I think in this category or like five, and they all have to have YouTube channels and stuff, which is why they have viewers here, right? So trying to figure out what to do with this stream, right? To stream or not to stream, right? Rebecca, good evening. We will do that. I promise. I promise. We really have to. It's long overdue. Okay, let me just. Okay, let's start writing some code. So what I want to do is. How long have you been streaming for now? The Kita, what do you mean? You mean today or in general? When did I start streaming? Oh fuck, we didn't remove this. That's why we see this here. Wow, that's super strange. Okay, why did we leave this thing here? I think it's been over a year. I think since I'm streaming, if I recall. I mean, I'm still. I mean, when I stream, I'm still kind of in the top, right? Well, I mean, I don't give a shit about the stream. What I meant, I was building this platform, on stream, so that's what matters, right? Um, yeah, the kid. I mean, I remember you, man, as if it was yesterday. I just haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, it's been I'm sure more than a year. It's just initially, I haven't really streamed, and then I streamed maybe once a week or whatever. I don't remember. Where can I find your VS background? I actually generated this background using AI. I can send it to you. Give me 1 second. I generated this using a Midjourney. Give me one moment. I'll send it to you. So you can't really find it anywhere because I generated it. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll here in my Midjourney. I've been generating a lot of shit. Yeah, here it is. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Well, Actually, I can give you the URL to mine. Sorry. But yeah, you can't find it anywhere. I generated it basically, so. Nice, man. That's amazing. That's amazing, Nikita. That's awesome. All right, let me just send you this background. So I generated this with the AI, and then I upscaled it by 2 basically. So I generated this, and then I upscaled it. My pleasure, man. What was that prompt? Let's see. I don't remember. Let me go to my Midjourney. So the prompt was vector programmer in space, wallpaper dark. Carex, good evening. Okay, well, I'm happy to see some people coming to the stream. I almost, yeah. But that's the prompt. I can actually send you this. This is directly from my account. So. Just give me 1 second. Let's go to Cloudflare pages. Okay, so it is deployed to production. We should get a service worker thing to, or yeah. Pixel Root, good evening, buddy. How are you? Good to see you. Come on, new version is available. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna just go here. I see that Sullivan was playing, trying to break this stuff. Ah, shit. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. How did we mess this one up? Okay, okay. Car X, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I'm fine. It's been a while since. Yeah, I haven't honestly been streaming much lately, right? I'm trying to figure out. Thanks again. I'm trying to figure out, what to focus on, and because I need to kind of, as I said many times, I need to reinvent myself in this stream as well, because this is I spend a very limited time I have on the stream, so I need to figure out, what is the best for me as well. So I'm trying to kind of. I mean, I'm definitely not going to stop streaming. There's no question about that. It's just rather how and just gain more value out of it. That's I guess what I mean, right? All right. Well, that's actually okay. Now, what did I want to do? Is chat getting invented too? I mean, the thing is, like as I was saying philosophically many times in this stream, right? No matter what you do, right, you always have to you still have to kind of seek for something, right? You have to make sure that you motivate yourself. Again, as I said also many times, you can't constantly be motivated and you can't constantly be passionate, right? But I cannot just do the same thing in every single stream for the next 3 years, right? So I need to find a way to, for example, some of you are subscribed, right? Maybe I should maybe I should create a Patreon for those people who want to support this project, right? Etc. 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 Right? So there's various ways things can go better for me and for you guys as well, right? Maybe instead of subscribing for $5 a month, you can subscribe for 10, but meet me in person in a group every month, a few times, right? So there's various ways that could happen where people could actually get some help from me outside of the stream as well, right? So I just it's a new. I mean, this is my old theme. I used to use this theme like 7 years ago when I was at Airtime, right? I don't know if it's good for the stream though. If it's hard for you guys to look if it's hard for you guys to look just let me know. I'll change it to the dark one. Maybe this dark modern was easier to look at. Is this easier to look at? Maybe slightly yes. Okay, let's do that because again, yeah. All right, so let's get hacking. I mean, but super happy to see some of you again. Let's go ahead and yeah. I also started making a programmer network theme on that tool that somebody shared. I actually wanted to do that very long ago. Wait, where was that? PN team. Yeah, exactly right. So I started right, but just for fun. I think I did it yesterday, but I didn't finish it yet, right? But I started making the same basically. How do I like check it out? Yeah, so I started making my own, right? I mean, it's just changing colors. It's not rocket science, but we'll see. I need to play with this a bit, right? But I think it's gonna be nice. When I'm done, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna publish it to npm, and then if people like it, they can use it. Yeah, I wanna. I literally wanna replicate the one that I have. That I'm using the same colors in this one from Programmer Network. So this is our Programmer Network primary default color. This is the default background, right? So I just wanna replicate the platform one. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea, right? But yeah, I'll get to it for sure this week, 100%. Just need to find the time. Okay. Well, yeah. So when it comes to coding, right, we need to finalize the meetups, and I need to really focus and finalize some of those features. We need to go eventually back to the courses and fix this up, and then really kind of stabilize all of that stuff and make sure, yeah, no people are actually using any of that, and I don't care. I will start using it first. It's okay. Okay. So where were we with the meetups, right? So if I go to the meetup. We were fiddling with those cover images, right? And then we added this ability, right, that you're able to, upload a new cover image, edit, and also during creation, then you can update, and then it's going to be that one, right? Um, so I guess next thing that would so there's a lot of details. That's the problem, right? It looks silly, and it is to some extent, but there's so many things one has to do here. So let's actually run our storybook, right? CDF, right? An alias. Let's hit the storybook, right? And then let's improve this component a bit, right? What was it? Image selector, right? So yeah, so there's something wrong with the yeah. So yeah, yeah. Image selector. Yeah. So let's fiddle with that a bit. Let's start the stream doing that, right? All right. So some min height, I suppose, right? Could help potentially, right? No. Let's actually go. Yes. So some min height, something kind of got messed up a bit, didn't it? Yeah, yeah, that's okay. That's a bit strange. All right. Okay, that's actually great. So, but why did this get messed up? Maybe we just need to refresh to re-render. No, wow. Okay. Oh, we have a height set here. Why? That's super strange. Okay, well, that's great. Okay, so now we have it a bit better, right? Now we'll probably want some remove icon or something, I guess. So when you're in one of those fellas, maybe you want to be able to remove it, right? So one of the images, right? And we again, we're not building this component now just for this feature. We're going to use this obviously in any other place, and we want to keep it simple. You can see this is incredibly simple, and it's a behavior that we okay. So let's maybe spawn some icon on hover that you can click to remove, right? And then we'll implement that functionality in a moment, right? So did I ever put my icons inside of the storybook? Did I ever lay them all here? I don't think so. Oh, actually I did. Beautiful. If it still works. Oh, it does work. Beautiful. Okay, remove delete. Yeah, we have delete bin. Okay, that's great. All right, cool. So let's get back over to this bad boy here, and let me actually put the music back. All right, so let's do something. So I guess when we hover, okay, I have an idea. Okay, so we have the images, and then on each image we wanna. Okay, I see. All right. So we're gonna make this fella relative, right? Because we're gonna have an absolute element inside, and then we're gonna have what delete bin, right? Yeah, delete bin. We're gonna say it's class name width of 8, right? Let's see what that gave us for now. Let's fiddle. Yeah, so we have a bin somewhere. Beautiful, right? We're gonna say here offsets top, I don't know, 2 right 2. So it's in top right. Actually, and we need to make it an absolute element, right? Which is inside of a relative container, right? Yeah, so somewhere there. Obviously, we're gonna reduce the size and stuff. And we're gonna be obviously showing this in hover. So let's just let's say here text rows 500, so it's red. Beautiful. Cursor pointer, right? Yeah, and then let's just show this on hover, right? So let's just say is hover is image hovered and that, right? And then here we're gonna say on mouse enter, right? Beautiful. Okay, that's great, right? And of course we need to have an ID associated. We cannot right? So when I hover over an image, I want to set. So we're gonna set the image itself, right? So this is gonna be null. This is gonna be null. And then on mouse enter, we're gonna actually set the image, right? And then we're gonna say that this is visible if image. Let's actually rename this to hovered image. Set hovered image, right? And then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna say if hover image is equal to image, and then that, right? So now we should get that, and let's try to make it clickable, right? On click. All right. Cool. Yeah, let's see what happens now. Oh, what was the shortcut for terminal in Storybook? Wait, where was it? Shortcuts, yeah. Yeah, I thought that there was one, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's just open a regular one. I was almost sure there was a console. I don't remember. All right, so can we click on it? Yeah, so as we click, we're getting delete. Now we need to stop this event from propagating, right? Because you can see as I click on this, the event is, so we need to say event propagate, right? So here, so where is it? Yeah, so that's good, right? Because we don't want this event to bubble up and then trigger the click on the image as well, right? So you can see now, I'm still selecting this image when I'm clicking on this. If we don't have this event propagation, if we're not stopping it, right? You'll see now if I select this image and I click on this bin, I'm clicking on the bin, but also the event is bubbling up, and then we're also, executing the click on that thing, right? So you should be able to just hover over something and delete it like this. Okay, great. Okay, That's good. Let's style it a bit better because it kind of sucks now. Let's try this. And I'm pretty sure this is zoomed in right now. I don't think it's that big. Yeah, it's kind of big. Okay. So let's do this. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, it's not disgusting, right? Yeah, let's maybe try some darker rows. It looks fine. All right. Okay. Wait, let me change the music. Let's play some old Iron Maiden. Oh shit, this is good. Okay. All right. Some banger to exactly. Exactly. This is how my office at Dream Data looks like every day. Luckily, I surrounded myself with a bunch of metalheads, so it's metal in the office whole day, every day. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have this, right? And we obviously gonna yep. So let's say on delete. Can I play? They use closures in this project. That's a little bit how would I call that question? Everything is a closure almost, right? Modules are in a way closures, right? So you need to be more specific, right? We are no longer using closures in an old-fashioned way because now we're using, we have modules and stuff like that, so we don't need closures, right? I think it's literally called import cost. Give me 1 second. I think it's literally called import cost. Yep. There you go, buddy. So this is good, right? So on delete hovered image. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. And actually, this closures we used to use, right? So if you want to talk about closures, right? Little Leon. So we used to use closures, right? What is a closure, right? Like so we use closures everywhere, right? So shut the fuck up, Vladan. So what is a closure, right? It's just a function that closes around other function, right? So for example, this is now a closure, right? This is now a closure, right? So this here is a closure, right? This is a closure. And why is this a closure? Well, this is a closure because it's closing around this function. So if we would now have some state here, right? Yeah, everything is a closure, right? Almost in JavaScript. A lot of stuff is a closure, right? So now this would be a closure, right? So now when this function is executed, it cannot be removed from the stack because it has a reference to this. So now if I say, actually, I don't want to go into this theory, but in simple words, Leo, yes, we are, because if I do this now, we're going to be speaking about JavaScript for an hour, and I don't want to do this. So yes, closures are everywhere. Can I play with madness? Oh my god, what a great album. I'm gonna start jumping on this chair right now. I initially thought that Beautiful. Beep 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 beep. Life is a razor now. Silver blade. I'll pray for her. I will bleed for her. If I can only see her now. Okay, great. That's I just fucking dislike this icon. It's pretty terrible, actually. Let's go find another icon. Balancing on the ledge. Balancing on the ledge. Balancing on the ledge, you know. All right, let's find something that's not too disgusting. I will pray for you. Someday I may return. Don't you cry for me. Um, shit. All right, beautiful. What is it? The remove circle or something crap like that, right? Yep. Jesus Christ, man, so radical. Okay, well, it's good. That's how it is. Okay, great. That's good. So obviously now we very cool to see signups are now available. I'm not sure what you mean, man. Signups were available for probably half a year now. If you mean like signing up on the website, that we have more than 1,000 developers who signed up there already. But either way, thank you, man. Thanks. Signups were available all this time, so for a while now. For a while now. No worries, man. No worries. It's fine. Especially if you're new to the stream, then that's yeah, that's okay. Okay, so when this actually is successfully invoked, right? We yeah, I mean actually it's cool because this prop is gonna change, right? So let's actually see, right? We need to basically implement now a way. We need to implement it in the API, right? So when you actually click, we remove the image, right? So let's try to at least finish this in this store, right? So if we go to our stories, right? So let's illustrate that, right? So this bad boy here is gonna get on delete, right? So let's just do, that's what our storybook is for, right? So handle delete, right? And yeah, so this is our state, right? So let's actually turn this into an actual state. So we're gonna say pretty much something like this, right? I'm gonna say const, yeah, right. Beautiful. Uh, let's import this crap here, right? Yeah, pretty much, right? Of course, we want to do some yeah. So let's do something like this, right? So let's set some timeout here, right? Let's imagine this, like our server is so poorly implemented, right, that it takes like 2 seconds, right, to delete this crap, right? To do this quap. Let's imagine our API is so slow that it takes 2 seconds to do this quap. All right, and Jesus Christ, man. Actually, since this is just a story, who cares? Or just say resolve, and we can resolve new images, right? Or we'll see what we want to do, because we're setting the state here, right, and passing the images down. Technically, we don't really need this, but it's okay. And then, yeah, we can also, we'll also in a moment use the reject just to see what happens when the error occurs, right? Let me just close this, all of this useless stuff here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, as you can see, after 2 seconds, obviously the image is removed, right? So we need to cover a few states. What if that image was actually selected, right? Well, I guess we have to select some other image or not, right? That's so, but as we can see, that's kind of fine. Now we need to figure out one thing. This is returning a promise now, right? But we kind of, so I guess this handle delete now. Let's take a look at our concurrency, if we may call it that way. So, okay. Yeah, deleted 1, deleted 2. So that's great, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine, right? We don't really need to wait here because it's okay. But if we would need to do something after this happens, then yeah. So that's great, right? So we actually don't need that, and we don't need that. That's okay. I guess the only thing that yeah, actually we do need it. Never mind. Let's actually implement some loading state. So when you're deleting, right, we can maybe show a spinner inside in the center of the image that is actually being removed, right? So let's say const is deleting. And then, yeah, so I guess, oh, oops, that's the wrong place. So yeah, here we want to say set is deleting, and we actually want to wrap this in a try catch, right? And we should probably take this out again. into a function itself, right? Finally, right, set is deleting false. Yeah, that's great. And then here we can say error toast. And no, not really. We'll just say error deleting an image, right? Something like that, right? And then if you are deleting an actual image, right, what we want to do is we want to is deleting. Yeah, let's just see how this looks now. So I click delete. So yeah, we're showing the spinner, right? That's great, beautiful. Let's come here and say, yeah, exactly, right? Literally what I wanted, but I actually probably want to do something like this. I want to say flex, justify, center, item center, right? Something like that, right? Yeah. Okay. That's that. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, what we could do just to make this kind of a little bit better, right, is give me a second. So we can kind of be a bit smart here, right? And where is this loop ending, right? So here, set is deleting. So if it's deleting, we can actually set the image as well, right? And this is this can actually be null, right? And then we'll rename this, but so we can do something like this, right? And there we go, right? So you can see the little spinner in there. We'll probably have to color it. Let's see. That's a bit strange. What? Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, now it's fine, right? Okay, that's great. And yeah, let's say here class name with 12 text, I don't know, rows 500 just to take a look at it. Ah, so we have this, so we need to override that, right? Let's do it like this. Give me 1 second. All right, never mind. It's okay. I think it's fine. And I think, yeah, I think the problem is this opacity here, right, is affecting the elements inside as well, right? So that's problematic, right? I think it's affecting the spinner as well, right? I mean, I think it's okay, actually. Yeah, so that's okay. What I'm actually just gonna do as well, I'm gonna say, um, all right, cool. Let's just leave it like that. Who cares? All right, cool, cool. So that's, I think, good now. So now if we actually go to the actual product here, and so we should see those here. Let's actually increase this gap between them a bit. So where did we create this grid? Yeah, over here. So let's increase this gap to maybe 4. Let's see how does it look like. Yeah, maybe that's slightly better, right? And I also now, after a few days of looking at this, I don't think I like the border 4 thing, right? I think that's better. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. It's distinct enough. All right, cool. Um, yeah, okay, cool. So now we actually have to, yeah, implement. So we need an endpoint, right, for deleting the image, right? So let's go to meetup, right? Upload. We have the upload cover image, upload cover photo, right? So let's just use the bot very quickly because this is very generic and we don't want to waste time. Implement delete cover image. Of course, of course. I use it every day, man, like a million times. It's crazy. I don't know if I would be able to live without it at this point. It's just so good, so good. It's unbelievable. All right, let's review this because obviously we can't trust this guy that it's gonna do perfect work. Nobody does it first. I'm not sure why is that a let, but who cares? Get cover. I don't like that. I think I did implement deletion for this fella, right? Validate image. I'm pretty sure I did. Upload, remove. Yeah. So and what do I? So I needed an actual ID from the image, right? Yeah. Okay. So it does need the image ID. Okay, that kind of sucks. All right. Is it me or is it shadows that are dancing on the wall? Is this a dream or is it now? Is this a vision or normality I see before my eyes? Let's take a look at the database. Meetup cover photos. What do we have? URL and ID. Okay. That it seems that the power's getting stronger every day. But I'm scared I won't be able to control it anymore. Do 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 do. It's time to live and a time to die. Ah, I get why they did that. Did what they did. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect that. It's okay. Soon as you're born, you're dying. It's time to live and a time to die. Time to meet the maker. It's time to live, but isn't it strange? As soon as you're born, you die. Is my actual thing? No, no. All right, so that doesn't look too wrong, honestly. Uh, yeah, it doesn't look too wrong, right? The biggest problem, I believe. Do we have a problem? No, I don't think we have a problem. Okay, we'll see in a second. So let's copy one of those bad boys and let's say delete. And we're gonna do this fella here, right? And yeah, we're gonna as soon as you fall, you die. It's time to live, time to die, time to meet the maker, time to live. But isn't it strange? As soon as you're born, you die. Cedric, my friend, good evening. It's been a while, man. So this is the one that we just implemented. V1 meetups cover image ID, right? So that's the one. So that's good, right? That's perfect. So basically we need, so one thing that we're forgetting to do here, right? That is actually figuring out if the meetup that this image, if this image that we're trying to remove actually belongs to a meetup where the owner of the meetup is you, right? So we're gonna need to do, got Corona, no work for me. Shit, man, that sucks. I mean, Corona has been around us for decades, man. It's I'm sure you had various types of Coronas before, right? Okay, but we'll need to do authorization actually. Let me actually go that and put that on top of that, this list. Super critical, right? Super critical. All right, let's do one little change here. Let's play something for a bit younger generations, those snowflakes as they call you. Yeah, for the snowflakes. Yes, okay. Yeah, I think they're just ignoring you. And yeah, I mean, it's imagine what type of person you have to be on Twitch watching someone write code, right? So I don't think that those poor 36 souls are the most social beings on the planet. You get what I mean, right? Okay, Rion, good evening. Absolutely. I absolutely am. I absolutely am. The fuck is happening? What the oh shit, I think it's putting the what the fuck are you doing, man? Are you drunk? Shit. I see. I see. Okay, okay. Wow, that's big. Congrats. That's amazing. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very happy for you, Car. Very happy for you. That's a nice milestone. Super nice milestone. Is it okay if you use AI? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I don't actually know Big Blaster. I've been in this industry for a very long time at this point, and again, the titles mean nothing. Only thing that matters really is what you produce, right? So I don't genuinely know, right? I don't remember. It's been a very long time, very long time. How the hell? Set is the leading image. Shit, yeah, that's no longer gonna work. No, actually, it should work, right? So we just need to update the stories as well, right? So let's just say ID one. Yeah, exactly, right. The thing is, it's very hard to quantify senior, junior stuff, right? You're gonna feel, right, at one point in your career, You can feel the simply the that you are needed, that you are required, that you are requested, right? So that's a very difficult thing to measure, right? When are you senior? When are you junior? Right? A lot of juniors today are trying to oversell themselves a lot, because I don't blame people. People try to get themselves to the best possible place, but quantifying what senior or junior is varies from one company. In one company, you might be able to get yourself out there, but in another one, you might just be perceived that you suck, right? So it's incredibly difficult to evaluate that, right? You're gonna know when the time comes, right? You're gonna feel it, and others will too. What the fuck happened here? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's why, right? That kind of sucks. Okay. Well, it's not just the pay, right? I mean, it really purely depends on where that question is coming from, right? If you care about money, right, then I'm sure that if your money is main preoccupation, right, then you can always find some shitty company where you can have high salary, right? So, right, do you get what I mean? So, if money is something that preoccupies you, which is fair enough, we all like money and we all have different motivations why we do something. But you can always get a better. Just go to some smaller, shitty, boring product, and you can easily, right, have make money, right? That's not a problem, right? Tutorial of what exactly? I mean, you have 17 billion tutorials on YouTube for that, right? And they're all free. They're all free, right? Like, there's so much content online that it's absolutely insane, right? I mean, there's so much content online that at this point it's pointless to ever create any new content. That's how much content there is, right? What the fuck did we mess up here? Wait a minute now. So images now are array of objects. Then we destructure in place. We alias the URL. Yeah, so that's kind of okay, right? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe depends how you look at it, right? Depends how you look at it, right? That's just part of it, right? So why? Give me one sec. Oh yeah, this is this why. Okay, I see, I see. All right, great. There's no definition of senior junior, right? You're theorizing too much, right? I mean, the internet is full of advice messiahs, right? It's so easy to give an advice to someone, but the only thing that matters how good you are is what you can show, what it is that you've done, right? It's like those people who say, I have an advice to you for you. You should write clean code. It's like, wow, really, what a great fucking advice. How nobody ever thought about it. It's a lot of people, and it's very common here in Twitch. They just talk, right? You should do this. It should be like that. It should be this and that, right? But what it is that you're building actually yourself, because the only thing that's product of your skills is the work that you produce, right? Anyone can say things, right? It's so easy today to read some shitty blog, right, and praise that next day, right? So it's easy to theorize about things. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. Well, show that yourself, right? That's the ultimate thing, right? That's the ultimate thing, right? Show it yourself. If you want to be good, you want to have a good career, showcase your skills by your output and delivery and value you produce, not talk, right? Right. That's all that matters. Everything else is just shitty chit chat that nobody cares about, really, right? So the product of your skills is your work. Everything else is just bullshit, right? That's literally how it is. Okay, that's actually good. Okay, let's get over. Where do we want to go? Yeah, okay. So let's say here on delete. Yeah, so that's kind of problematic. Okay, so let's go in there. Let's go into this bad boy here. Okay, so let's actually not do this, right? So what we're gonna actually do instead, we're gonna not destructure here in place, right? We're gonna do this. Um, then we're gonna actually there's no soul to. Right, okay. That's better. Ding, 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 ding. All right, just fix the one thing. Yes, beautiful. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, good. So that's great. Now, if we click this, right, we should get the ID. Okay, great, beautiful. So that's good. That's very good. And yeah, let's get over here. So we did implement the API, right? If we take a look at our Swagger, it's this. So let's get over here. I think I wrote some service, HTTP service for interfacing with this. Yeah. So let's go here. And yeah, let's say whatever. Delete cover image. Right? Patiently. All right, beautiful. Like a stone. Something like that, right? I guess, right? Jemu, my friend, good evening. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for coming. All right, let's hit it. Let's see if we can actually delete the thing. Let's do it. Let's try to delete this bad boy. All right, so I suppose that let's see what failed. So it's okay. 404 request, blah blah blah. And I'm pretty sure that all right, so let's get over here. So I'm pretty sure we're failing here, right? And I believe that this ID is wrong, right? So, and that's because, so let's actually see, are we, and let's put a breakpoint somewhere. Let's put a breakpoint here. Let's attach a debugger. Yes, beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at this. So let's see, what is the cover photo? Let's clear this thing here that we're watching on. Let's extend this so you guys can see it. So cover photo, let's say cover photo without data values. I guess that's how SQLize. Then we have the URL and we have the, so we have the URL, meetup ID and the ID. Yeah, shit. So basically what we need to do, we need to write a utility, right? That reverses the process of getting the ID from here, right? So yeah, so let's actually disconnect this, and I think I have some utility, get image URL, right? Yeah. So I guess what I need, I'm gonna paste this in our best friend here, ChatGPT, and say reverse this and write a utility called get image ID from Cloudflare URL. Beautiful. Okay, super. This is pretty much what we need. Let's smack this bad boy here. Let's review it. If there's no URL or type of URL is not a string, return. Beautiful. We split the parts. We get the Cloudflare accounts index. Yes. Yeah, I mean, sure. Sure. Okay, let's test it out, actually. Nah, actually, it's okay. Where the fuck was I? Yeah, so we were here, right? Yeah, so this is where we were, right? So we do this, right? And then over here, we would need to call this bad boy. And we need to give it the URL. And here we have to say image ID, right? Yeah, so this technically should work. Let's put another breakpoint somewhere around here. Let's see if this is gonna actually fail or not. Beautiful. Okay, let's hit it. Yes, great. So as you can see, if we watch for this bad boy here, we can see that we're actually, in fact, getting the Cloudflare image ID properly, right? So now the question is going to be, is this going to execute, right, properly? It seems that it did. Yeah, it seems that it worked. Now, yeah, so this should also be fine. So this should also succeed, I think. So I think technically we should be good now, I guess. Let's try that again without breakpoints. Let's see, maybe we're still getting an error too, but who cares? Well, we're about to fix that, so delete. Pending. Pending, why? Ah, because we still, shit. I didn't kill the G Bounty, my friend. Good evening, how are you? Okay, okay, so it does work for the most part, right? Yeah, there we go. It does work. Did we actually clear it from here? I didn't see. Does the UI clear the image? No, so that's the only little issue we're having, right? Great, but we can see that it works. Super, super. So handle image, blah, blah, blah. Yes, and delete. So basically, let's just return this instead, right? And then, so we have on delete here, and then we're gonna wait for that. Set is deleting. How is Alex? Good, my friend, good. As you can see, I'm streaming a little bit less lately, but very good, man. Okay, so this is almost done. That's great. We just need to figure out, so wait a minute. So we don't really also need to do this, right? There's really no data that we expect from here anyway. So let's take a look at that again. Are we making money? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Money, Twitch is all about money. I agree. I'm rich from you guys. You guys are so generous. The hell? Wait a minute. This is not my music. Give me a second. Yeah, what the fuck is this music, man? All right. All right, beautiful. Okay, so let's not talk too much crap. A little bit of crap is fine. Too much is not good. So here we have the URL, and that's great. So why are we not on delete image? Oh yeah, of course, right? Yeah, I get it. Sure. All good, right? Because we actually are passing images here from this bad boy, I think. Are we? cover images. Yeah, where is this crap? Yeah, okay. Sure. We pretty much need to do what we did in our storybook, right? So we need to do this, right? So here we're gonna say, set cover images, and then here we're gonna say cover images, right? Oh, we have a return statement here. My bad. But cover images basically are going to be an array of objects, right? Yes. So here we basically have to say, well, you know what? Right. Are you more productive with developing? I use one screen mostly. At work, I don't use external screen. I just use my MacBook Pro. Here for streaming, I have multiple screens because there's a lot of crap all over the place. Summer space is true love till the end of time. Now that it runs away, separate or united. Oh, I think this is the whole image as well, so that's why. Okay. All right, so it should be fine now. Obviously, when I'm not streaming. That's why, I mean, I'm literally streaming because of few of you still. If there weren't few of you who've been watching me for a year, I would probably not be streaming, right? To be very genuine with you, right? It's just like I feel we kind of bonded with some of you, so otherwise, if once few of you are gone and you're gonna be pretty much at one point like everyone else, right? Then I will probably stop streaming. Yeah. Oh no, I'm enjoying it very much. I'm still enjoying it. Don't take me wrong. It's just not. I don't feel it's moving forward, right? I think Twitch is probably the most useless way to create a community, right? Because a lot of you guys, a lot of people come, they watch a few times, they get some insights, and then they're gone, right? And it's a very how would I say it? It's a very small, tiny. I mean, it's like 2,000 people in the whole category watching, right? And yeah, exactly. And also, like Leo is saying, I mean, it's right. No, I'm not multicasting. I'm not allowed because Twitch doesn't allow that, unfortunately. I mean, it's true, right? I mean, again, first, this category on Twitch is not the most popular one. That's number one, right? So for oh shit, that's not good. What the fuck happened there? So I mean, he's not far from what he's saying. Isn't far from the truth, honestly. Yeah, for sure, Bounty, right? So I mean, once few of you guys are also gone, and you will be at one point, I have no doubts. Then I'll stop streaming, like 100%. Because of course, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm doing this for you. Of course, I'm not. I'm doing this for myself, right? So if I don't see the value, and I don't see the value at all right now, then why would I do it? And the reason again why I'm doing it is because again, few of you guys have been following me for a while, and I'm gonna stick around until few of you are still here, and then I'm gonna stop streaming, like 100%. 100%. It's that simple, right? Because again, it's not about the numbers necessarily. It's not that I don't give a shit if it's 37 of you or if it's 370 of you, because obviously the right, the amount of viewers doesn't mean shit, right? You saw Matteo Collina streaming. There's like 20 people watching him. The guy literally wrote half of Node.js, right? So viewers doesn't mean quality, right? If that was true, right, then you would say that porn actresses are the most popular per people on the planet, or that Justin Bieber is a good musician, right? So views that don't mean shit. It's just there's no really community here interested too much into this, right? So that's really all. That's really all that there is to it, to be honest with you, right? So I mean, but I do this for this platform, right? Just to get people to help me build the platform and stuff. So no, you're actually G Bounty. There was a service I used to stream. I was actually probably first streamer on the planet, arguably, that was live coding. There actually was a. Let me show you. Let me show you. So there used to be a service called Live Coding TV. And this service shut down because it didn't have enough of viewers. I was the only one streaming there with like 10 other people. This was literally like 10 years ago. Let me show you. So there used to be, yeah, there used to be Live Coding TV. I used to code here. And this was maybe not in 2015. So I used to code here 8 years ago, right? And they just shut it down because there wasn't enough of interest, right? There wasn't. Fuck, man, I wish I can find some VODs because those idiots, when they went down, they just removed all of the videos, right? No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, right? I cannot attack someone personally without knowing. If you say so, then I trust you, right? But either way, I remember streaming there like 8, 9 years ago, and it was like not many people watching, right? And so that's that, right? You can even see that Twitch isn't doing really great. That's why they're allowing nudity and shit on the platform, because they have to make money somehow, right? So that's how it is. That's what it is. That's just how it is, right? Yeah, that's what it is. But from the any other perspective except having you guys to hang out with you, this service is 100% useless, right? So 100% useless. The only reason why I'm streaming now is because I kind of have some respect for a few of you guys, and maybe 20, 30 of you who've been following me for some time, and that's really all that there is for me, right? Most of those other people, they're gonna maybe watch the stream now and never come back, which is understandable, right? Yeah, I mean, I got respect for if somebody is, I mean, coming back for months, or right. Of course, I respect that. I mean, it's you guys created some sort of responsibility, right? I feel, right, towards to some of you, right? The fuck. You are a great guy, man, as well. Likewise. What the fuck did we do? How did we mess this up? Yeah, we completely messed this up. What the fuck? Yeah, because I'm talking to you fucking idiots. You guys are so annoying. Just another good vibration. No, I mean, it's funny, man. I mentor, out of this stream, and my hourly rate is like minimum $60, $70. It's kind of funny. It's just that even you, a lot of you younger people, you don't even understand the value that you could get out of the streams like this if you were. But the problem is you're even that lazy, right? I think at one point someone is gonna come to this stream and just tell me, hey, can you plug me to the internet somehow so I can learn programming in 2 seconds, right? It's crazy, man. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck my life. Wait. Dream. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Pretty much. It's like at one point somebody's going to ask me, can you please learn programming from me? Because I don't want to put any effort. The fuck is this music, man? Luminex, my friend, have a good one. Thank you for coming, dude. The fuck did we mess up, man? You guys are distracting me way too much. Wait, I need to focus. Shut the fuck up, people, okay? All right, so let's see. Is deleting camera, blah, blah. Delete image. I guess it's in madman's face. Reason to the flower. Dude, like, there's something completely off here. Wait a minute. What the hell is happening, dude? Wait. There's we probably have like what is this image, man? It keeps coming back. Like, what? Maybe there's some. Wait. Let's just we're maybe in some shitty state, right? Yeah, let's do this, right? Fireball, good evening, buddy. I actually know what the fucking problem is. It's okay. I know what the problem is. No, something's completely fucked up now. But I think it is kind of caching, yeah. No, what the fuck is happening, dude? Seriously, man. Leo, my friend, thank you. Thank you as always, dude. I wish you a good night, man. I wish you a good night, dude. So there is an actual cover image. So what the hell? I mean, okay, I see. No, it's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, great. So I think we just so if we go here, right? So I think we just need to cover a new state, right? So let's see. So no, it's not over here. So I think it's just the new state that we have to cover. That's all. So cover images greater. Yes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so this actually no longer is the case, right? Because now technically you can, we're not enforcing you to have the actual image selected. So you can see like now you have a cover image uploaded, but it's not selected. So you need to actually select it and then update, right? So that's what was happening, right? So if I go ahead now and upload this crap, right? Upload. So if I remove my active one, which is this one, we're not going to actually select another one, right? Actually, this should also be gone from here now. So now you actually don't have one, right? Okay, great. So that's good. So there's a lot of different states that we have. So here now, when we have to also say here if Play one game, my friend. Good day. How are you, man? All right. So let's nuke it. Great, right? Now, of course, I explicitly set this to null just to see if the validation is going to fail, and I think it will, because this thing, a cover image. Wait, give me a moment here. Cover image is a string. Okay, great, great. Good, all good. All right, great. So many different states, right? Choose. Try this again. Upload. Beautiful. Delete. Great. Update. Great. Okay, I think we're done with that, more or less. Then I can choose that if I wish. I can upload a new one. Upload. It's a bit strange though that it's not shown there, but yeah, whatever. Okay, delete. Delete. Update. Okay, so if we go to our Cloudflare images, right, let's just make sure we are actually properly deleting them from Cloudflare as well, right? So we're going to go to images. No, that's not the right thing. So let's go here, images. Yeah, so it seems that we are in fact removing them, right? Beautiful. Okay, super. Okay, this is, I suppose somebody signed up in production. No? Okay, great. So let's see if there's something else to do here. So let's set this bad boy, upload. Um, okay, so that's great. I think the only kind of thing that we're not doing is I can see that this state now. So let's define that and fix it. So I get here, I have one, I upload, I do this, upload, right? It should appear here, right? I go update, I go back, there's one of them, right? That's because it's using the previous state. So I think set cover images, blah, blah, cover image ID. So upload photo. Wait, what would be the logic for that? So we just got back into edit state. Yeah, because we're using, that's the problem. We're using the cache, I suppose, right? Yep. Yeah, we're using the cache. That's the problem. All right, beautiful. Let's push that. It's better than what we have now. This is the voice of silence no more. Am I pushing to production? Yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, but those are just. Let's go to GitHub. Let's take a look at our GitHub actions. Beam, 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 beam. Yeah, and let's go to Cloudflare pages. No, I don't think so. No, but it's fine, right? Bugs will be there for sure, but then next day there's going to be less of them. So that's how it is, right? Some kind of monster. Some kind of monster. Give me a second. So I want to replace this icon actually finally with something else. Not sure what I should use though. All right, let's just whatever. Let's just find something. Right? I don't care. Some kind of monster. Some kind of monster. This monster lives. Beautiful. Right. Production is still up. That's good. Great. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go to navbar. What is this crap? How? What is this icon? Open user menu. cog or something. Kind of sucks ass. Wait a minute, am I changing what I think I'm changing? Yeah, I am. Okay, so why? Yeah, so there's something wrong with the icon, I suppose, right? Text fill. Yeah, that's fucking awkward, man. Okay. All right, that's better. Then we have the notifications, right? We're also gonna do that. Find notification bell, right? Yeah. Hmm. You guys can try to break in for sure. I would fuck you up. But yeah, you can always try, of course. You know, you never know. But there's always a danger of that. Imagine how fucked up you would have to be to have nothing better to do in your life than to genuinely mess around with some guy on the internet. Beautiful. It's like, what a great life. What a great life. Like, what could I do today with my life? Well, I mean, why not, like, I don't like this fucking shit, man. It's pissing me off, but that's what it is. I need to generate some icons with a mid journey, right, as soon as possible. Where is this crap? Yeah. I mean, actually, you know what? It's fine. Let's just push that one as well. Let's push this to production. Let's push this to production. What do you think in Ruby on Rails in 2023, man? If it's working for you, man, then why does it matter what I think, right? Ruby is a nice language, and like any other language, man. If you're productive in it, then I think good about it. If you're not, then use something else, right? It's just a programming language, right? Who cares, man? It's what you build with it that matters, not the language itself, right? So if it works for you, great, use it. If not, then use something else, right? I wouldn't worry too much about that, right? Why am I? Yeah, Ruby is like JavaScript, right? So they're equally good and equally bad, right? So that's if it serves your purpose, then if it serves the purpose of what you're doing, then don't worry too much what others think. Others are, yeah. Who cares? If it works for you, your company, if it works for your career, then that's all really that matters, right? Well, thank you very much, man, for the sub. Thank you, everybody, for your subs. Morsuk, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, man. Very kind of you. And good to see you still around. No sponsored shit here, man. I don't give a shit. I just say how it is. No sponsored crap here. So if you find some technology and you like it, you align with its values, it solves your problems, you can be productive in it, just use it, right? Don't listen too much to those influencers, right? Their job is just to talk crap. They're mostly not doing any work. Did you try this new CSS library? Now you can write CSS completely differently than in 400 other ways. Oh my god, give this a shot. It changes everything. Man, when I see those YouTube videos, I want to vomit instantly. Did you see this new JavaScript library? It's so fast, you must try it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. As I always say, if you haven't used something in production, your opinion is absolutely useless, right? It's not enough that some of you know how some of those how this content creation works. Let me show you. Let me show you what an average YouTuber does. Average YouTuber does in programming. They go to JS Weekly, right? And they go here and they're like, oh, there's a new library, right? Oh, wow. And then they read this article, right? And then they form an opinion on something they haven't used in 3 seconds just for the content. So you can click on that shit and watch them, right? That's why 99.9% of those videos are not useful, because they're based on no real use case scenario, using it in production, working within a team and stuff like that. So that's why if you hear someone suggest to you something that they haven't used in production, that opinion is absolutely useless, right? It can be, Brandon himself suggesting you something, right? That's useless. When somebody is suggesting you any technology in your career, just ask, have you actually used that in production, and have you used it, within the team setting, cross team and stuff? Because that's the only thing that matters. That's why in this stream I tend not to share opinions on things that I haven't used in production. Did I write hello world app in half an hour on it? Who gives a fuck, right? Nobody, right? So if you haven't used something in production, your opinion has zero value. Zero. None. Like, it's completely useless, right? Oh yeah, I tried this library last night and it was so good. Oh my god, I wrote a to-do app in it, right? Like, meaningless, useless. Who gives a shit that you wrote the hello to do app, right? So that's basically content creation in a nutshell, right? Because most of those people in their streams and YouTube, right? I'm not sure, Fireball, what isn't it condescending? What does the condescending mean? I don't understand. What do you mean? Isn't Why does it matter if it's condescending or not? If somebody would tell you to sniff heroin, right? Sorry, cocaine. Um, I mean, it's like, why does it matter what it is? If you cannot suggest stupid shit if you haven't used it yourself, right? It's like it's no, I mean, I know, but why is that talking down? It's not talking down, man. Your main weapon as a software engineer in life and a human being is asking why. The first question for almost anything in life is why, and did you use it? What would be condescending about that, right? If your colleague at work comes and tells you, hey, should we use this tool? The first question you should be asking, why? Which problem does it solve, and do we even have that problem, right? So I mean, we're not 6 years old. There's not no condescending thing or whatever, right? Okay, I need to. So that's just how it is, man. jQuery is a good library, man. I mean, I'm not sure, like, I mean, you should actually try writing some jQuery. jQuery is still very good, right? There's literally hundreds of millions of websites still depending on jQuery, right? Most WordPress websites, they depend on jQuery, right? So jQuery is yeah, I agree, man, for sure, 100%. But if you haven't used things in production, not you, I mean, I'm talking. That's why I will never talk about things and give opinions on something I don't have experience with. I cannot form an opinion on a Medium article that I skimmed through for 3 seconds, right? That would be unfair to everybody, right? You would leave this stream with a bad impression because I told you something that I didn't do myself, right? That's terrible, right? We're engineers. We're not fucking, whatever, right? So if you want to be an engineer, then try to hold to some principles, man. And the principle is, if you don't know something, then don't talk about it. Or learn it, explore it, research it, break it down, and then do it, right? That is the cancer of this community, literally. It's filled with shit like that. I tried this library for 23 minutes. I definitely had enough of time to form an opinion on it. Come on, man. All right, so beautiful. So good, very good. So we did kind of nail this one. Very good, very good. Then we can do this. There we go. Actually, Golang is a beautiful language. It's my second most beautiful, my second favorite language. Golang Senior, exactly. After writing Golang for 5 days and becoming a senior Golang developer, I'm writing idiomatic Go. I do not use Gin on any frameworks. because a real Go developer never uses any libraries. And no C++ developers ever installs anything. Why would you do that when you have STL right in your face? Golang is beautiful. We write Go at Dream Data. All the microservices and infrastructure where I work, they're basically written in Go. And yeah, Go is a truly beautiful language. It's so simple, and that's why it's so good. I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? I always, I mean, maybe I'm getting old. I'm 35 years old. Maybe I'm just becoming, what is the boomer? Maybe I'm a boomer. But like, why are people even discussing things that are dead? Like, yeah, maybe grumpy. Like, why does it matter to anyone if something is dead? If something is dead, great. Then why do you care? I mean, it's like, I remember when I was playing World of Warcraft as a kid, there were always those gamers who were just saying, World of Warcraft is dead. Okay, man. Like, okay, it's dead. So just fucking move on. Like, what are you trying to? Should I like cry for you? Should I hug you? You know, like, World of WoW is this is a WoW killer. It's like, okay, man, that's cool, great. So what now do you want, right? And that kind of exists even in this industry. It's like, who cares, man? If something is dead, okay, well, all right, all right. What do you want me to say? That clap or cry, right? Uh, like, there's so much of this. Traders see. Thank you very much for the sub, for the prime, man. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? It's like, why does it matter, man? If it's dead, right? It's like, okay, cool, man. I mean, nothing is dead, man. I mean, as I told you in one of the last streams, right? But that's, I think so, what you're saying, Firebull, right? I think you're right, man. But I think that's because the predominantly majority of the viewers on this platform are very young, right? And when you're very young, you care about things, you care about those types of things, right? A lot of people will watch this Vim guy not because they understand shit that he's doing. It's because he's fooling around, he's reading Twitter for the 90% of his stream. He's acting cool and badass, right? And that's what most viewers here, right, want, right? So I don't think that anybody really, it's just the nature of the streams and programming, right? When you're young, you want to feel like a hacker, right? You want to, but at the end of the day, if you ask 98% of those people what it is that you've actually built, that's when the silence starts, right? What it is that you've actually built. I mean, you can talk cool, you can act cool, you've learned those concepts from articles and stuff, right? Exactly right. But when you start asking the hard questions, like what it is that you're actually building, so you're using all of this amazing hard technology, right? What did you build with it, right? It's that at the end of the day, that's what matters, man. Not the shit that you talk about or stuff that you say, right? It's about the things that you do, and that's what all of us want. When I'm hiring for my team, I want to hire people who are doers, who are proactive, not reactive, and who don't talk crap all the time. They just do things, right? That is the best advice you can get, especially if you're young. If you want to be good and progress in your career, be the person who takes on ownership and does things, right? So be proactive. Those two things have really gotten me very far in my career. I'm autonomous fully and I'm very proactive. And the worst thing that I hate is that people telling me what to do, because I love to do them. And if you can engrave this in yourself and be the doer, don't complain about shit. Don't talk about crap. Just be actionable. If something is bad, fix it. Don't bitch about it, right? I asked website developer about server-side rendering. He said with WordPress, enough for what? I'm not sure. Is it enough for what? What is the use case? What is the traffic? What is the product? But that's not a sufficient question in programming industry, right? What do you mean? Is it enough? Is it enough to host a website for your grandma? Is it enough for host? I mean, TechCrunch runs on WordPress, for example. This is the most popular tech magazine on the planet, and this runs on WordPress, right? There are many websites out there who are running WordPress, for example, with huge traffic, right? So this website, for instance, is running WordPress, right? So is WordPress enough for you? Are you going to build a website that has more traffic than this? Probably not. So why would WordPress not be so? When you go to paypal.com, paypal.com is running on nodejs. So this website that also has probably maybe tens of millions of visits a day, this is running nodejs. They used to use Java 10, 15 years ago, and then they switched to nodejs. So would nodejs be sufficient for you? I would say yes, right? So what are we talking about, right? What do you mean? Is it sufficient? Is it enough for what, right? Are you building next Netflix? Is WordPress? Are you going to use WordPress to build another Netflix? Of course not, right? So for 99.9% of developers, any technology is enough, unless you're scaling enormous amount of stream of data, like using PubSub or RabbitMQ, unless you are working on a high computational stuff where you need to handle tens of millions of requests, then everything is enough, right? Because for 1 year in this stream, I've been asking people who are talking about performance, and then I asked them, okay, can you share the performance issues that you've dealt with? Can you share one case of performance issues that you had? And you know what the response is always? They just disappear. So everybody talks about performance, but then I ask them, okay, so what are the performance issues that you had? Not someone on the Medium article or some holistic streamer, whatever. What are the performance issues that you had? And people just disappear, right? Exactly, Cedric, right? So it's just tons of bullshit, man. Like it's right. So you have to be realistic, right? Before you talk badass and right whatever, do whatever, right? Ask yourself, I mean, what am I even asking? What am I even talking about? Which performance issues? Which bottlenecks? What is slow, right? What did I build ever? What did I ever build that was slow? And then I made that conclusion on that experience. You have to ask yourself, did I actually form any of these opinions based on my own experience, or was I influenced so much by others? Genuinely, like every single one of you, right? Ask yourself right now, did you deal with performance issues? Can you confirm that any of the technologies that you think that are slow, can you confirm that based on your own experience? Not some fucking asshole sharing that with you, right? Right? AngularJS 1 is indeed obsolete because yes, support is not there. But the Angular project isn't that, right? But anyway, seriously, if you want to reason with yourself and be honest with yourself, ask yourself, okay, I think that this technology is slow, this and that. Did you actually experience that yourself, or did you hear that from others, right? And I think you know the answer already. Pixelroot, thank you very much, buddy, for being here for 2 hours. I'm going to round up soon. We're going to just have a little chat more, see if people have more interesting things to discuss. But yeah, just ask realistic questions. And before you ask anyone else, hey, is this technology slow or fast or whatever? Well, try to experience it yourself, man. The best and the only valuable experience is the experience that you actually get yourself. You cannot form your whole experience and your whole opinions based on others, right? And that's how it is. That's how it is. I actually wrote an article on some of those similar subjects long ago. I've shared it with some of you guys. I wrote this in 2018. Yeah, so I wrote this in June 22nd, 2018. I think it's an interesting one you probably want to read. It's a very short one. All right, beautiful. Performance should always play a role. Performance should always be something you think about, right? But we're not talking. There are various places that can be treated as performance. That's not the point. Nobody here is saying that you should always be building the app and choosing the best stack that you possibly can, right? That's not the point. The point here is that people are asking the general questions about programming languages. It's like, can I use PHP, right? Those questions are so broad and so general. Like, will PHP work for my website? It's like what is your website, right? What is the traffic? What is the use case? Anything would work for your website, right? That's not the point, right? So it's just people are brainwashed. Like this influencing culture is a cancer of society in every domain of society, not just programming. But this influencing bullshit where you have shit tons of people just recording videos all day long and sharing someone else's thoughts and then influencing people in a way where it just doesn't provide any value to anybody, right? So it's just the culture, man. Anywhere you go, you're influenced by someone. Like, are you using PHP? Oh my God, look at him writing Java. You know, it's like, shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, grow up. Like, but yeah, it's all engagement and clicks and creating, right? I feed on mid. I actually agree with you. I mean, so I'm not talking to you, man. Just don't misunderstand me, right? I agree with you that Angular 1 is dead for a long time. It's dead because the support was dropped many years ago, right? So we're not disagreeing, man. Just don't. I'm not talking to you. Yeah, I mean Scala, you know, Clojure, and some of those languages based on JVM. You know exactly. They hype the living shit out of them, right? So it's just engagement and content and clicks and money, right? This is the reality of the world today, and it's not just programming. It's really everywhere, right? You just have people who live off of you watching their videos. So if you create this dramatic kind of place in programming community where you have to hate on something constantly so you can actually build content, right? People who live off of this sort of shit, they have to hate on something so they can collect enough of followers, enough of people who are just blindly also hating on that, right? So that's just literally how it works, and that's how it is. I mean, what is to say, right? But I'm just saying, just be pragmatic, right? And be an engineer, right? Don't follow anyone blindly. That's I guess what I'm trying to say. Let's see how is my give me a second. Let's see how is my cluster performing. So this is the guy that I'm right. So this is my Raspberry Pi cluster. It's the camera right behind me pointing at it. Let me just open it up. So this is my little sweetie cluster, and if I actually do something like this, actually, let me see. Can you actually guys see what I'm doing? Opening my terminal. I guess you should be able to do it to see, right? Yeah, that's a bit awkward. What? Do you not? Ah, it's here, right? So you can see that we have a little cluster here, right? So you can see the 4 Raspberry Pis, right? No, it's not hot at all. So you can see we have 4 Raspberry Pis. We can SSH into them. And I'm actually making this guide now, so I can maybe share it with you if you want. So this is going to be it's going to probably take maybe several months, but this is the repo. And this repo is going to be growing a lot. So I'm recording videos. So tomorrow I'm probably not going to be streaming. I'm going to be recording this course. But yeah, basically, as you can see, So let me actually just see if. So yeah, we have actually, if I make it full screen, wait. So basically, as you can see here, we have, and give me 1 second. Let me just do one thing. Yeah. So as you can see here, we have 4 Raspberry Pis on the bottom, right? We have the MikroTik router on the top, and then all of my Raspberry Pis are plugged in via Ethernet, right? Via Ethernet to my MikroTik router, right? So you can see the most bottom left one is in Ethernet 6, and then the 7, 8, and 9. And then they have static IPs assigned to them, right? Both on the Raspberry Pis themselves and also on my router, right? So we're using Wimbox, right? And MikroTik, if you're unaware, MikroTik is basically a competitor of Cisco, right? No, it's not serving the website now. No. The website is hosted on Hetzner, right? The website has its own infrastructure. That's very different, right? So as you can see, I have several interfaces here in my router. I named them properly, right? And then if we take a look at the actual DHCP server, dynamic host configuration protocol, right? You can see that these are my Raspberry Pis, and then we have static IPs assigned to them, right? So, and then we have their MAC addresses and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to be, so when I expose this cluster to the outside world, I'm going to have to set up IP tables and NAT and firewall and a lot of stuff, right? So it's going to be pretty complex, right? And I will need to make sure to configure this stuff properly on my home network, right? I'm just going to SSH into my Raspberry Pis and update them. But yeah, that's the project I'm working on now. I'm going to be recording that Kubernetes cluster, and I'm not recording it because I'm an expert in Kubernetes. Far from that. In fact, it's quite a middle ground. I'm also learning some new concepts of Kubernetes, but I think it's quite fun because, as you saw in the repository that I might have shared, I don't know if I shared it. I'm using K3s MikroTik as well, right? So yeah. If you care about the infrastructure programming network API, I can actually share that with you guys. Let's do that, and then we can round up. Everything is documented, of course. So we can actually take a look at that, and then I head off. Let me just hide this crap. So if we take a look at basically the infrastructure programmer network, we're going to do that here. So basically, I'm doing all the infrastructure manually myself. I would actually like to open this crap up, hopefully. Yeah, I don't fucking know what's happening here. Is there some recent shit that I can... Oh yeah, so here it is, maybe. Yeah, it's super awkward, man. Wow, okay. No, okay. Well, it's a slight bummer because give me 1 second. Actually, didn't I have like... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, beautiful. So let's take a look at programmer network infrastructure. It's pretty complicated, right? So this is a programmer network infrastructure. I'm hosting it all on bare metal and Hetzner. The client is the only client that's actually hosted outside of Hetzner is the front end on Cloudflare Pages. I've configured the internal firewall on Hetzner, so it only allows traffic from from Cloudflare IP ranges IPv4 and 6. I have internal Nginx mostly for my mostly for renewing my SSL certificate. So I have a certbot image. I'm going to get to that and stuff. And so this Nginx is internal to the network itself within the Hetzner, because I have the DNS, I have the CDN and some other stuff in front of the actual API, which is the Cloudflare, right? Then we have the Grafana, Prometheus, Alert Manager, and all of stuff. I set that up. So obviously I have Grafana and Loki and stuff for monitoring, right? So we have different, we have the logging stack, we have the monitoring stack for Postgres. And basically this Postgres exporter is the image that enables me to export the performance metrics of Postgres. Then I have the nodejs application as well. So monitoring the nodejs application. We have the API logs, and this is a bit more complicated because this is using Loki, right? So I'm using a log rotate, right? This Unix library, very old one. So I'm rotating my logs into 7 different files, and then I'm feeding them to Loki, and then Loki is feeding them to my Prometheus and Grafana. And then if we actually go to home here, we can take a look at that. So we have alerting as well. And then what I'm using alerting, I use Alert Manager to send 500 plus error messages to Slack when they happen in my API. So whenever an error happens in the API, I get a Slack message. Think about it as I have my own version of centric.js. So instead of paying Sentry, I've created my own way of reporting errors, right? I have the certbot obviously for, obviously regenerating my SSL certificates, because your certificates expire every 3 months. So I have a cron job that does this. There's one exception though. Every 3 months I do have to do one thing manually here for the certbot, because my whole stack is behind the Cloudflare IP ranges. So every 3 months I have to go into Cloudflare and then enable access from the certbot's servers, so they can hit me just so I can renew the IP. So that's one of the downsides of putting everything and limiting it behind the Cloudflare, because then I have to go to Cloudflare and I have to, just expose something for 2 seconds. So, right. Then Prometheus and stuff, of course. Grafana, you just saw it. So it's this Grafana I use it to write queries over my logs and blah, blah, blah. I have looked into Caddy, to be honest. The main reason why I'm using certbot is because that's the only thing I've used, right? And I'm familiar with it, right? So I have no opinions on it. Then I have Fastify API. If you remember, that's what's serving when you go to programmer.network, we have Redis. I use Redis to cache several things, not too many things, primarily notification system that we wrote. I use it to make the notifications very effective so they don't hit Postgres database much. Then we have Postgres Docker image as well. And then there's only one cloud service that has the access to this infrastructure that I wrote, and that's appsmith.com. And that's the tool for making internal dashboards. So I don't wanna spend time building internal dashboards. So basically, I'm giving this guy direct access to the database, and then I'm visualizing. I literally have dashboards for managing what you guys write for blah blah blah, right? And then this is not deployed yet. I just keep delaying myself. But we wrote this task scheduler basically recently in one of the streams. I need to deploy this, and this is basically used to, I don't know, somebody likes your article or whatever. We want to defer maybe that and hit you up the next day with an email, for example. Hey, you have a comment. Somebody left a comment. So basically, we're gonna use it mostly for event-based or time-based events, right? So just a queue, basically. So for this, I wrote this microservice over boolmq, right? And it's just a messaging system, right? It's just a queue, right? And I didn't deploy this one yet. And then, of course, we have obviously Cloudflare, right? And Cloudflare plays a big role in this whole infrastructure. I put everything behind Cloudflare, right? I'm using a lot of security stuff that Cloudflare gives me. This is the company that I probably, right? We're not using Kubernetes on Hetzner yet, right? We're gonna switch to that when there's a need. Right now, we only have one instance of the API and stuff, so we don't really need Kubernetes yet. And I don't think it's going to take years, if ever. I mean, this project, doesn't have, it has 1,000 users, right? So we're going to use this Kubernetes cluster behind me for something else, right? So we might use this cluster for server-side rendering. So if we implement some server-side rendering in our front end, I'm going to probably create a microservice that's just responsible for rendering static pages, right? So we would optimize this Raspberry Pi cluster to just like use fully CPU for rendering or whatever. We're going to find the use case. I cannot treat this cluster as high availability, right? Because it's at my home. I might use the internet, whatever can happen. So I'm going to try to use this cluster for in a serverless way. Think about serverless functions. I need to generate some PDF or whatever. Well, my API can hit this crap and then this, right? So we can use this fella for many things, right? But this is different. So this infrastructure that I'm showing you, this is not hosted. Exactly, Big Blaster, right? So this infrastructure is on Hetzner. It's not on this Raspberry Pi that you're looking at right now, right? And then, as I said, Cloudflare is used a lot. Cloudflare is a beautiful service. I use so many. Somebody asked me, where do I host images? I host images on Cloudflare Images. So Cloudflare Images has a service that's very similar to S3 or Bitbucket on GC. So either S3 on GCP or Bitbucket on AWS. So this is what I'm using. It's super cheap. So when you upload an image now on Programmer Network, you're effectively uploading it to Cloudflare Images. They have a very simple client that's very easy to work with. It's super cheap. I can actually show you. I think I pay $10 a month, and I could probably pay even $1 a month if they had it, because you can see for $10 a month, I can upload 100,000 images, right? It's not only that whatsoever. They have also this on the edge type of thing. So for every image that you upload, they generate a mobile version of the image and stuff like that. So you can see you have those things called variants. So if you're using Cloudflare Images, you also get possibility. I'm not using the variants, but what I could tell Cloudflare here, I could tell it, hey, for every image I upload, make sure to create a mobile variant as well, right? There's no size limit, no, as far as I know, no. I have, so Programmer Network right now, this is the infrastructure, and I have one server, yes, because again, this is this project has barely 1,000 users, and most people who even use it is early adopters, like few of you from the stream, but it's this thing right now is 50 times overkill for what we need, right? So this thing could serve already like few thousand users easily, right? So this is a huge overkill. I just did it because I wanted it, but if I needed more, whatever, I don't need Kubernetes necessarily. I could just cluster this thing just with Node.js cluster API or PM2 or whatever. I could just spawn 10 of those, right? Because I already have Redis, so my in-mem cache is solved. It's centralized, right? So this is a huge overkill anyway, right? It's Duhast, yes. No, Big Blast. No stupid questions, man. Thank you very much for being, for actually chatting with me. A lot of people, I come here, I press this button, and nobody says anything, right? It's the worst terror for my brain when it's just silence. So no, man, dude, it's a. There's so many ways to do so many things, and there's so many right ways and so many wrong ways, right? But I made this, I think, pretty fun. It's pretty okay. I'm happy with it. And at one point in time, we're just gonna it's a huge overkill already. But once I'm done, maybe with my Kubernetes cluster, maybe we just set up Kubernetes on Hetzner and then just do this. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference for me now, right? Because even if I did this initially with Kubernetes, right? Sure, I mean, it would maybe some of the things maybe would be slightly more secure. And maybe I would be able to just create more replicas, right? But that's the only thing, because at the end of the day, right, the only thing here really that would be, so those two things wouldn't be in Kubernetes anyway, right? So it's yeah. But thank you for your compliments, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. That's why I say, I mean, again, this architecture is just that was just logical for me, right? And it's really what it is. It's not. You just have to strive to make things simple for you, right? Because you see, I built all of this platform myself, front end and back end and infrastructure and security and all of that stuff, and it just takes so much time. So, and because of that, I had to make decisions which are like the most logical, simplicity wise. I find this pretty simple, right? And it's a lot of work for one person to do. So the sub before follow, yeah. But look, guys, I think yeah, let's maybe give me a second. Let's maybe round it up. It's almost midnight here. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna full screen myself here. I broke your validation with a PR, so that's actually true. Sako, my friend, good evening. But yeah, before I head off, guys, if anyone has any questions or statements or whatever, please ask. I'm happy to chat a bit more. But I can hear that my wife, she's still awake, so I might actually be able to give her a hug, and then I'm gonna watch The Wheel of Time. I started watching this series on Amazon Prime. I think it's called The Wheel of Time or something like that. Yeah, I'm watching this crap, so I'm probably gonna. Absolutely, Sako. I'm up. I'm watching this shit now. I think there's a season 2. Yeah, Big Blaster. Absolutely, man. Hit me up. Absolutely. Wait, which camera, man? I mean, no, not right now. I mean, again, guys, keep in mind this platform has 1,000 users signed up and maybe a few hundred active users weekly, right? So what is the secret of work-life balance when you're crazy tech enthusiast? Because you could literally spend hours doing this. I think so. What I learned, the Big Blaster. So what I learned, Big Blaster, is that as long as you are, so it really boils down to what you're doing, right? For example, me and my wife and our kid as well, right? You have to plan it, right? You cannot just do it randomly, because if you do it randomly, you're gonna have tough time in your, not your marriage per se, but you have to tell to your whatever husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, whatever. You have to just tell them that something that you're doing matters to you, and then sit together and figure out, I have a kid, I have to take care of him, 3-4 days a week, because my wife works the second shift. So it's really all about, you can't just do it randomly, like, hey, I love just sitting on the computer. So you have to find some sort of a plan with your partner, and say, okay, well, let you do it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the rest of the days, right? My kid is almost 5. So right, so you can, I mean, it's not my wife as well. I mean, often she gives me trouble because I stream sometimes too much, right? And then I'm like, okay, let me recalibrate, and let me find a better plan, right? Because you cannot neglect your family at the end of the day, right? That's why you have it, right? So, but the secret is really that you just, when I say plan it, I don't mean it in this out of the book shitty way, like make a Trello board and write it down. No, it's just like, be vocal about it, be vocal with the whole family. For example, if you want to do a project like I'm doing here, programmer network, right? Tell people around you that this is important to you, that it's not yet another shitty hello world app that you're going to be motivated for 3 days and then give up. So you have to just sometimes, if you make a decision, it's like, hey, I truly want to build something, maybe earn some passive income eventually and stuff, then you have to try and be vocal about it with your, not just your closest family, like your wife or whatever, husband or whatever, but actually with your friends and stuff, and say, hey, I dedicate this time in the evening, to do this and that. And you just have to be very communicative about it. You cannot just come from work and sit on your computer and right. But it's tough, right? I mean, there's please don't take ever my advice, especially like that, anything for granted. I'm just, as always, I have to emphasize, I'm sharing my own personal experience about everything, right? So that's how I do it. Does that mean it's a good advice for you? Who knows, right? I don't know, right? We're all different, but fundamentally, you need to communicate it out and make some plan, right? Sako, man, I'm looking forward, man. It's good that you told me now. Then I'm just gonna plan it with Diana as well. I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna see you. So Sunday sounds great. My pleasure, man. I don't know. It's just I literally just shared what I realized past couple of years. You just have to kind of make sure that people around you understand that what you are doing matters to you, that it's not like that your partner doesn't think you're just sitting in a room and you know, scratching your balls, right? So feel free, be proactive and say, hey, you know, I am actually trying, for not just for me, maybe if you're building some side project for the sole sake of making extra cash, you say, hey, well, I'm trying this for us, I want to buy my freedom so I can be with you more in the future, right? What if I build this next startup and then that makes me whatever, right? Cool, guys. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been fun. I'm gonna head off. It's been 2.5 hours stream. I usually stream around 2.5, 3 hours. I wish you best. Thank you very much, Big Blaster, and the rest of you. Thank you for the follows. We had a couple of subs today. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday, but I might actually stream tomorrow as well. Let me just figure it out. But if you're not part of the Discord, yeah, please join. If you care when the streams are happening, they're a bit random. I'm not a streamer type of a guy, so sometimes I stream, sometimes I not. So, and the Kita, man, thank you very much, dude. I haven't seen you in a long time, so good to see you again. Awesome, fellas. All the best. I wish you best. Be well, stay well, and I'll see you another time, okay? Peace out, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.